What's up, people? Welcome. We have literally made it to the end of the line, and it's one of those two-way split paths, and it connects straight onto another one. When you choose the way of the Mandalore, you are both hunter and prey. Welcome to the Mandalorian discussion. This is the way. My name is Ryan Milkey. I will be joined by my host, Head Nerd Stark, in a couple of minutes. I am going to say hello to everybody in the chat, and we're going to get this show on the road. Who is this Amanda dude? Said Missouri. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Yeah, a little choppy on my end. I apologize for the connection. I might need to restart my PC again, but we'll get the show started, and if I need to dip out for 2 seconds, I will. Funko, welcome. Yeah, I'm clicking buttons, losing. That's annoying. I'm going to bring on my co-host, guys, and we'll get this show going. Hello, Nadia. Hello, Funko. Hello, Papa Missouri. How are you doing, guys? Thank you for being here. This is the way. Please, without further ado, welcome my co-host, Headless Ned Stark. How you doing, buddy?
What's up? Oh, good. How are you?
Yeah, a little choppy on my end. I'm pressing the comments and it's flashing, so I might need to shut the PC down again, but I'll be all right for now. Just let me know if it gets really bad.
Okay, we'll do. If not,
How you doing?
Me and Grogu down here will talk. So
yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. I like the hoodie for one. I just want to start with saying I like that hoodie.
There you go. Right?
Yeah, that is pretty rad.
It's Mando week.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Like, I could spend an hour in your wardrobe just like looking at awesome hoodies. Like I've seen the white, the white Targaryen one now, and I've seen that one, and I've seen a couple of other stuff. I'm a massive, like, what's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the word. Like I just love like on fashion brand and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I got a lot.
Yeah, it's cool. So how's your week been?
Pretty good, man. It's, again, a busy week ahead. That's for sure. So. One live down last night, two more tonight, and we'll keep going through. So I'm excited about tomorrow's drop. I'll tell you that, man.
I am too. I'm all ready, all set. Money's ready to go. I'm a little bit nervous though because I'm dropping quite a bit of money on it, and it's like, oof.
Yeah, I know, I hear you, man. I know. But hopefully we get some good polls tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I sent a voice note to the luau earlier on, and I was like, right, I've got this much money. What do you suggest I do? Like, I don't. Everyone knows I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan, and I know we're here to talk about Mandalorian, and we will get onto that in a couple of minutes. But I don't know if I want all of these NFTs. I can pass the Grail. Yeah. I'd rather have Danny than Damon as the Grail.
I agree.
So yeah, and Vagar, 4-inch Vagar, like, I love this pot, but it's too small.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind them just because of the fact that the 6-inch and 10-inch pops, they take up so much darn room. I don't have a problem. I just like the 4-inch pops. Like I don't even have. I'm kind of looking. I have one pop ride. I have 2 pop rides, and they're out of box because they're too darn big to keep them in the box. And I know as we're talking, Distractors just posted that they're coming out with another ride with on the bike, Mando and Grogu on the bike.
Oh, nice.
That's a Funko Shop exclusive, I think. But the only other 10, I have the 6-inch Drogon, which is fine, but again, it just takes up so much room. And then I have a 10-inch Thanos, and that's basically it. Everything else is 4-inch for me.
Wow, I've got 10-inch Mando, 10-inch Chucky, 10-inch Thing, 10-inch Joker. I have Daenerys on the dragon, the Night King on the dragon.
I do have the Night King on the dragon.
You know, the 6-inch, the ride things.
Yeah. Again, that one's out. Again, that one's out of box too because it's just too big.
Yeah, mine are out of box too. They're on the shelf just over here.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've got the 6-inch dragons at the top. I just wish that they would have gave us a 6-inch for Vagar. Vagar's the biggest dragon in the universe, and it's a 4-inch Funko Pop.
Yeah. I mean, eventually you probably will get them, but
Mando is dropping on eBay tomorrow, says Jeremy.
Oh, is that what he was saying? I didn't read. Oh yeah, drop it at 9:30.
Let me try and click a thingy, and if I lose my...
No, yeah, 9:30 on eBay. Yeah, I think I'm passing on it though.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't collect Mandalorian pops. As a fact, I literally just gave one away yesterday.
Yeah.
Eric won the Moff Gideon from, it was my only remaining Mandalorian pop and Star Wars pop. The only pop that is left in my collection is the Grogu, the first ever pop. So
yeah,
not the Grogu, the Porg. Sorry,
Porg. Yeah.
Because I remember once I had the 10-inch Grogu, and it was for my little sister for Christmas, and it took up so much space in this room while I was waiting to be wrapped and gifted to her. It was unbelievable. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm sure you might even have it. It's huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the ear span on it is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. They get too big, and like I said, the 10-inch panels I have is cool the way I have put up with all my other ones, but like, again, it's out of the box and it doesn't really stand out that well either. But yeah,
no, I get you.
Room.
But yeah, so we're here to talk about Mando, dude. I have watched like highlights of seasons 1 and 2 today. I didn't watch any Boba. I wanted to be on the side of the viewer that might not have watched any of the Boba story, because I know there's people out there that won't have watched it.
So you didn't? So you've never seen it, or you did see it?
But... I've seen Boba. Yeah, I watched Boba when it was originally out. I know the story. I know what happens. I just didn't recap myself today on anything Boba. I watched the key episodes of season 1 and season 2 of Mandalore.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. So I don't know, how do you want to start this? How do you want to start this discussion? It's like, I'm super hyped for it. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Crazy, dude. 2 days away. I mean,
it's gone so fast.
Yeah, I mean, we could just do a quick summarization of seasons 1 and 2 if you want, and then we can kind of go into what we want to see, what we think we're going to see, that kind of stuff. Obviously we'll be doing the live reviews, so we'll definitely be talking about each, what we think is going to happen in each episode moving forward after we see one. So, yeah, I mean, season 1 is pretty straightforward. We meet Grogu and all that, which is cool, and we kind of go through the journey of him getting the child, and I always forget that we really don't meet Moff Gideon though about halfway through that season. It's kind of crazy. I always forget about that he comes in pretty late. But I'll tell you what, at the end of season 1, when he's out of that TIE fighter and he picks up the Darksaber, dude, I remember going crazy. I'm like, let's go! That was awesome. I love that. And having IG-11
I'm not IG-11. Yeah, I was going to say IG-11's amazing.
And then we get to see Grogu save
Mando. It's all a blur to me because I just watched like 8 episodes in a row from 2 seasons, so it's a little bit of a blur to me. Yeah. But it might be season 2 where we see Grogu with the stormtroopers in that room. He's throwing them around. I think that is season 2.
Yeah, that's season 2. Yeah. That's definitely
okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, season 1 just sets up everything. We see Mando take his helmet off and all that, and yeah, we kind of have.
Oh yeah, the gunslinger episode where they go and find Fennec Sham.
The whole part with Fennec, and yeah, I mean, there's definitely some. In season 1, I definitely felt like there was probably 2 or 3 filler episodes, but even in the filler episodes, it still carried the series on, because it is like when you see those boots at the end of the episode with Fennec, like, I mean, all the speculation right away was that it was going to be Boba Fett, and so that was awesome that ended up happening, because that was cool, man. Like when Boba shows up in season 2, because it's just great, and it's funny too because I remember watching it, and I remember the day before that episode, when they do the recap of what previously happened, and they bring that scene in, and you're just like, you just know right away, like you just know what Boba Fett's gonna be in it, and I mean, season 2 is so good though. I mean,
I paused at the end of I think it's the end of the episode where they kill Fennec. supposedly, where they supposedly kill Fennec. And at the end of the episode, somebody comes to save her, and he kneels just at the point where it turns to black. And I paused it, and you can actually see his cape when he kneels, and it is actually a giveaway as to who it is, but it's a very, very quick
I mean,
second.
And the spurs and the sound too. That's I remember people on YouTube are like, "Oh, put the sounds next to each other from like other episodes of like Empire or whatever," and it's
wow,
yeah,
that's no, I would never have. I never would have clicked onto that kind of stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How's the stream doing? Am I lagging? Am I okay?
No, I think you're all right.
Okay.
Yeah, so far
because my cursor is currently flashing like crazy at me, like it's doing something, but I'm not doing anything.
I think you're all right for the most part. What's up, Pop Tompkins? How you doing, man?
Hey, Pop Tompkins. Hey, Pop in Missouri.
But yeah, so then in season 2, then again, we do have a filler episode, I think, with the Frog Lady. I think that was kind of a filler. I'm trying to think what season was it with the space spiders? Was that season 1 or season 2? Because I did not rewatch all of season 2. I'm trying to remember. I think that was season 2 though. I want to say it was like episode 2, or maybe it might have been the first episode. I don't know.
I think it's. Chad, I think it's. Yeah, definitely chat.
Yeah, I think it's like episode 1 or 2. I mean, it was a cool episode, but that was definitely a little bit filler. And then, like I said, the Frog Lady episode. But it's cool because we still get, the Mega Bo-Katan. They bring them in. It's like literally from episode 3 to 8. 7. I don't want to call 7 filler because they had to figure out where Moff Gideon's ship was, I guess. But but I also like Mads Mayfield in that too. I think he's a great character. I hope he comes back in season 3. I love that character. But I mean, like season 2 is so good though. Season 2 is just so good all the way through. I mean, and then we get Ahsoka, which is fantastic. So I'm always curious to know, like, people who did not watch the Clone Wars, like you, but you probably knew who Ahsoka was, or at least knew of Ahsoka. Like when you saw her, like wait, who is this person? Like how was your?
I only know of her through what people share it on the internet, what people talk about. I have no idea of her backstory, except for I know again from the internet that she was Anakin's Padawan.
Okay, so you knew
in Clone Wars. Yeah, I knew that she's Anakin's Padawan in Clone Wars. That's literally as far as my knowledge goes with her, though.
Okay,
so I know Clone Wars is her story.
But when you saw her run around with the white lightsabers, did you know that was Ahsoka, or did you have to wait till they actually showed?
No, I knew it was Ahsoka because of the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea about the lightsabers. I just knew about the hair and the style of the character, that she was Ahsoka. Okay. But yeah, I have no, and I'm super hyped for the Ahsoka series.
Oh, yeah, Ahsoka's gonna be, dude. I think Ahsoka's gonna be awesome. Ahsoka might be better than the Mando, honestly. Oh. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with it. Because I mean, you have so many iconic characters that are gonna be, jumping from cartoon version or animated version to live action. I mean, so many. We're gonna get probably Hera. We're definitely going to get Sabine. We're definitely going to get Ezra. Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's going to be amazing. I mean, you got these are iconic characters in the Star Wars canon. So I'm so excited for Ahsoka. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, I mean, when Ahsoka,
because I'm going in completely blind.
Yeah, I agree. And when Ahsoka showed up in Mando, I mean, that was sick. I loved it. Darth Revan, man, I want to get him so bad. I'm actually going down to Lexington Comic-Con, and the actor. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. The actor who voices him in the old MMO game, I believe, is going to be there. And I want to get his autograph. I just don't know if I wanted it on my Darth Revan. Because I know there's 2 Darth Revans. I want to see if he actually voices when he becomes a Jedi. Because if you don't know that much about Darth Revan actually was a Jedi, turned Sith, and then he turned back to Jedi. So there's actually 2 Funko Pops Darth Revan. One is him as a Sith, and one of them as a Jedi. So what I want to do is I want to find out if this dude voiced him in both characters. I don't want to get it signed on the wrong Funko Pop. I just don't know if I want to put it on that Funko Pop because I'm kind of waiting for Darth Revan to come into live action so I can get that thing signed. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, dude, how do they not bring Darth Revan into TV? I don't know. I don't know
who that is.
So Darth Revan, I mean, we're talking like he was before Plagueis and all that.
Oh, okay.
He's before that, yeah.
And we're getting Revan in this new show, Ahsoka.
What'd you say?
And are we getting a Revan in the Ahsoka show?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Revan would be before Plagueis and Palpatine. Like Revan was the Old Republic. Like that's way back. We're talking like hundreds of years. The only person that would really be able to be in any of these older style shows would be Yoda. Yoda's really the only one that would be around as far as characters that we know in regular canon. Yeah, Revan is definitely way back. There's so many though. Darth Bane is I think now Darth Bane. Now, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not see some Darth Bane in Clone Wars? Didn't we? I think we saw him talk to Yoda. Actually, I think that was Darth Bane. And he's like way back before all these guys. Dude, there's so much. I mean, there's so much. We can sit here and talk for 5 hours about all this. How much has been created, and how Disney just refuses to give us what we really want. Instead of giving us more Rey, we want Revan, we want Plagueis, But
yeah, I want Plagueis after going through that whole series. I want to see Plagueis. I don't go to the end of the storyline. I want to go back to the beginning, and then tell a story there, and then maybe in a couple more years jump forward and do it like that. And that's what Star Wars is always.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I find it really interesting that they just won't give us Plagueis. Like it's such an easy thing for them to do. But like I mentioned yesterday, I don't know. I don't know if I trust Disney to give us the Plagueis story we want because the one that was written was so well done. So I don't know. That's right, Charles. Give it what I really want. Do you need to restart? All right, I'll keep going. All right, so chat, tell me.
Right now, I'm just going to try and fix it.
Okay, you're fine. I can keep going. Are you good or?
I'm going to try.
All right, technical difficulties. So, dude, if you got to okay. So he's going to restart it. That's cool. Yeah. Anyways, so chat, let's do this. Tell me what you think is going to happen in Mando season 3. Give me your biggest prediction. So here's my biggest outlandish prediction. All right. I think that we are going to possibly, maybe not in the beginning of the season, but I think by the end of the season, I bet you that we are going to see Snoke, either in clone form, but it's going to be very clear of who it is, because I think this is where this is leading. And I feel like at the end of the season, we may get Snoke. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jon Favreau actually came out and he actually said, I think it was yesterday, this was reported that he said the question was asked to him that, are we going to get another huge moment like we got in Mando season 2 with Luke Skywalker? And he said, yes. He said because the question was, is it going to break the internet again? And he said yes. So that's exciting right there. So I feel like we might get some Snoke at the end of that season. Grogu wants to smoke, dude. What? Grogu eats a cookie and a frog again. That's your biggest prediction? Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's my prediction. I think by the end of the season, we will see Snoke either as fully developed clone in like his little container or his little bubble, whatever you want to call it, I don't know if he'll actually be out. I think they'll save that for season 4. But yeah, I think that might be something we get to see here. So do you think Thrawn is going to be in Mando? I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're saving Thrawn for Ahsoka. I really do. I would love it. I mean, I would love it. You know, at this point too, like, okay, so Moff Gideon is captured, so there has to be something else going on, right? Because I mean, if Moff Gideon just escapes, it's gonna be a little lame. I mean, I don't know. I guess he could be rescued. I'll tell you what I love to see. Mara Jade. Somehow they tweak her backstory, and you bring Mara Jade in, and she goes to rescue Moff Gideon, and that's how she meets Luke. And they can take her storyline a little bit, and they can just change it up a little bit, and they can have Mara Jade like. I mean, again, granted though, technically, Palpatine technically is still alive right now, anyways. You know, I mean, so he is, because he's in clone form right now. So she could technically be working for him. That would be straight fire. If John and Dave brought in Mara Jade in Mando season 3, oh my god, dude, give me the pink lightsaber, dude. It would be amazing. It would be absolutely be amazing. Umpties, you love your Jar Jar. Maybe we get a Jar Jar cameo. It's Grogu's daddy. Now that's one hell of a prediction right there. That would shock the fans. Maybe one night after the Phantom Menace, maybe Jar Jar knew that everyone hated him, and he went to the bar, right? He went to the cantina, and maybe he met Yaddle. And maybe Jar Jar and Yaddle had a little too much to drink, and boom, Baby Yoda was born. Now, granted, this would have had to happen like 50 years before Phantom Menace, but you know what I'm saying. I expect Grief Karga to have a bigger presence. Yeah, dude, they don't use him at all. They really don't. He's like in one episode, and we don't see him for like 3 episodes. You know, that I would like that. Let's see here. I mean, that's the place. Oh, yeah. The World Between Worlds. Yeah, the World Between Worlds. Unfortunately, I just think that the ship has sailed on that. I just don't think they're going to do it. I mean, if they would have done that, I feel like they would have already started hinting toward this. And just for the fact that back in season 1, when we got to see those kind of like the clone tanks, like we kind of already knew what was happening with all that, I think. And now with the rumors of bringing back Daisy Ridley and Oscar Isaac and Kelly Marie Tran, I just don't think there's any kind of retcon coming, unfortunately. I mean, maybe 10 years down the road, maybe they do something with that and they can start a whole nother story. But I just don't see it happening right now. I really think that John and Dave want to. I think they just want to link Mando to the sequel trilogy and just try to make more sense. I really think that's what their end game here is. I mean, I think it's kind of cool to see the beginning of Snoke, because I always liked Snoke. Like in The Force Awakens, I actually liked the character. I was really, really interested to see where it was headed. And unfortunately, it ended like that. We got no information, because of my favorite director, Rian Johnson. So welcome back, Milky.
Thank you. I appreciate you holding down the stream while I was away. I hope I sound and look better now. It's definitely running faster, and it feels like it's fixed things. So I'm here.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're just talking. I asked the chat to let me know what their biggest surprise prediction would be for season 3. So I was just saying that my prediction for season 3 would be, I think that we will get either in or out of the clone tube, whatever you want to call it. I think we do see Snoke in this. That's my prediction. is I think probably in the last episode. And then I was also saying that Jon Favreau came out yesterday and actually said in an interview, he was asked the question, do you anticipate that there is a moment in the show in season 3 that will break the internet like Luke broke the internet in season 2? And he said yes. So there you go. So there's gonna be something huge. It's gonna be something huge. And then we were kind of talking. I was just saying to them in the chat. I said, I think it would be absolutely amazing if somehow, some way, that they figure out a way to bring in Mara Jade. They could change her backstory a little bit, but I feel like this is the chance right here. This really is the chance. You have young Luke. Just let's do it. Let's do it up, man. Let's go crazy. Like,
do we trust in Favreau completely? Like,
oh, I do.
I'm in the social media world. I know that you are too, and I know saying that there is something in this new season that's coming that's going to break the internet is a very good thing to get people to watch the show. Whether it's got it in there or not, it's a good promoter. You know.
Dude, all I know is that
can we trust him to deliver?
I think so, man. I think
he delivered with Luke. So you know, but I'm just like I said, I'm new to this journey. So
yeah. And I mean, I don't know how much involved they were with Boba Fett. It feels like it was. I know Deborah Chow is part of that, and I know that I know they directed the Mando season, the 2 episodes with Mandalorian. So I don't know. I mean, I just still feel that they were not ready for Mandalorian to be released. So they're like, what are we gonna do? We gotta drop something, and that's where Boba Fett came into play. You know, they dropped that like a year later. They had nothing else to drop. And that's why they ended up putting 2 episodes of Mandalorian into Boba Fett, because they wanted to tell part of that story. Now, I still think that Kathleen Kennedy, I think she ended up getting into the ears and saying, listen, there's no way we can continue the story of Mando without Grogu. And I think that's part of the reason why we did get those 2 episodes. Because, you know, Kathleen Kennedy's all about the dollar. And without Grogu in there, you know, let's say Grogu's to take a season off or half a season off. Think of all the money they're losing on merchandise. You know, now we already got other scenes in there. I mean, you can already tell what's going to happen. Tell me Grogu's not going to be wearing the chain metal, the little armor that Mando made for him in Boba Fett. If you don't remember, he made him that chain metal out of that.
Yeah, he made him. Yeah,
the Beskar spear. And tell me, we're not going to get a scene with Grogu wearing that chain, and then the next day you're going to see all these toys. Think about Funko. We got Grogu in the plane, or what is it? The plate metal or whatever. What is it called? Chain metal.
Beskar. Yeah, the chain metal.
Beskar chain metal. We got the common. We got the metallic version. We got the glow in the dark version. I mean, you can have 17 versions of Grogu with that metal. You know, with the armor on. I mean. So
chrome, baby.
It's good. We're gonna chrome it out. We're gonna black light. We got every single thing you could think of. We're gonna get the same mold 7 or 8 different times with different things. So
definitely.
Yeah. All right. Let me get back to the chat saying, because I haven't really been keeping up here. Yeah. So Umpty wants Jar Jar in there, and he I read this earlier. He wants Jar Jar to be Grogu's daddy. So I said, well, maybe Jar Jar went to the local watering hole, and he met Yaddle, and him and Yaddle got it on one night when they got drunk. They made baby Grogu.
He has got a long tongue, so that could be the connection. Grogu's just sat there and he just goes thump, and takes some fruit and like, confirmed.
Let's see. Umpty says, I do think that at the end of Mando 3, the Moff Gideon won't be the big villain. I agree. I think this might be it for him. I think this might be the end of him. Because I really think they want to bring Snoke in here. Was one of the big bads. I
think Moff Gideon will go down.
So do I.
By the Darksaber. He'll be killed by the Darksaber.
I almost think that they should have just killed him off last season. He's not been a great villain. He's been okay. It's unfortunate because, you know, Giancarlo Esposito was fantastic, but
I think Grogu will do it as well.
You think Grogu's going to take care of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think my life, dude. It's they're going to. They already announced it. Not officially, but Yeah, Daisy Ridley and Oscar Isaac and Kelly Marie Tran are already coming back, and there's a really, really good chance that that Grogu's in there too. You know, so yep, we're going to think you're going to get it. You know, the other interesting thing too is, you know, where's Ahsoka playing all this, and Ezra? Like, are these characters? Do we like? Okay, so we're 25 years right now away from um, Force Awakens, right? So we're about 25 years away, and we in our reviews of the movies, we did talk about how the sequel trilogy basically all takes place. All three of those movies are within about 3 to 4 years. That's all it is. And so, okay, so even at the end of Rise of Skywalker, so now we're talking 29 years. So Ezra, I would have to look up to see when Ezra was born, but he's probably just a couple years younger than Luke. He's probably a couple years younger than Luke.
Ezra, okay.
Ezra's younger than Luke, so you know if Luke is still around, and well, he was around until but technically Ezra would be maybe a couple years younger than Luke, so he technically could still be around. But again, you need an older actor for that. Sabine would still be around, but they're all at this point they would all be older, so. Probably in the 50s, probably 50s and 60s, somewhere in there. So, you have all these characters you could do, but do you want to bring in these older characters, or do you want to take Grogu and go get a new set of younglings or something to move forward? I don't know. It's an interesting concept though. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I know you never watched Rebels, but we have Ezra, we have my God. So Sabine, and then we have Hera. So are we do you think we're ever gonna see their death? Or I don't know. It's interesting. And Ahsoka too, for that matter. But Ahsoka is older than any of them.
So yeah, do we know that Ahsoka doesn't live through the OG trilogy?
We don't know for sure, because in Rise of Skywalker, she is one of the voices we hear. And the assumption is everybody we hear at the end talking to Rey
is a Force ghost,
and they're all dead. So with hearing Ahsoka, we don't know 100% for sure, but
but that could always just be something that they retcon further down the line, and say, but it was never her. And Auntie says, Ezra, do you mean Flipcake? Yeah. Every time I hear the word Ezra, I hear Flipcake designs. Do you think Boba will be in the Mando? Jar Jar would definitely break the internet. He would.
He would break the internet. Dude, I still want Darth Jar Jar so bad.
I can't wait for the reaction video from Headless Ned Stark when he comes out as the bad guy of all this.
Dude, if it's Darth Jar Jar leading everything, dude, I seriously, dude, he would be my favorite character then. But it's just hard because it's so hard because he's barely in episode 2 and 3, And to have a character that, just it'd almost be not fan service, but it would be I don't know.
We need a crazy series where he's like a jetpack wielding, dual lightsaber stealing, Crimson Dawn leader. He needs to be a badass.
Yeah. It's funny, he says Boba will come in and repay Mando and then be the one to kill Moff Gideon. Another rumor is this big cameo that we might get is it could be Mace Windu, and then we get to see Boba Fett and Mace Windu go at each other finally.
Yeah, I saw a thumbnail from a famous YouTuber that talks about Star Wars.
Yeah,
and I didn't click it, but I saw the thumbnail and I was like, what's this?
Yeah, it's a little clickbaity, but I mean, he explains it. I listen to it, but I don't know. I mean, he doesn't know any more than we do. So, but it would be interesting. But again, I guess this is the time to do it. But what is it? Then what's my man been doing for the last 25 years? That's the problem.
That's the biggest secret in Star Wars, right? Is he dead or not?
But again, we're talking about breaking the internet here. So, I mean, it's going to, I don't know. If we see Snoke at the end, do you think that breaks the internet? I don't think it does because I think everyone's expecting.
It breaks
At
the
some
internet if we
point.
see Snoke at the end and then it cuts to a purple lightsaber and then a black screen.
No, that's
That
different.
that breaks the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I
then
don't
it says,
know.
"Come back for season 4, Mace Windu." You know.
Yeah. You better
But
get that going though, because my boy Samuel L. Jackson's not getting any younger.
they've already done it. They would have already filmed it and sorted it all out. I know that they said that they've pretty much done a lot of post
Well, I think
production for
he's.
season 4.
Well, I think he said he's done. They haven't filmed it, but they've done.
They've wrote it. They wrote the script and everything.
Oh no, I agree with you 100%. I think Mace. I think Mace. If you bring back Mace Windu, I think it probably. I don't know if there's anything bigger you can do. Honestly,
That would revitalize the Star Wars line.
I don't know what would break the internet more.
But then does that overshadow Daisy Ridley's news that would be following pretty much soon straight after?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what character you bring back in Star Wars that breaks the internet more than Mace Windu. I don't think there is any. I'm just trying to think now. I mean they could bring in a young Han and Leia. That would be fine. That'd be cool. But I still think Mace Windu breaks it more than that. Like you said, and you don't even have to show Samuel L. Jackson. You just gotta
a reflection of
like
the
you
purple.
said. You see the purple lightsaber go up, boom, cut the black. Dude, you got people talking for the next year and a half. That would be awesome. That would be pretty cool.
You heard it here first from Milky's mouth.
That's
If
right.
that's how it ends, I don't work for Star Wars, but I should. # not sponsored, Disney.
I got the Mace send off Star Wars figures, so I hope it goes up in value. Yeah, there you go. And pops out and says Windu. Yeah. I don't know. The other thing I would love to see, if we're talking big predictions, I'm still hanging on to my theory that I do think that the Mandalorian, the title of the show, does mean Grogu, because I think Grogu is going to become a Mandalorian, which I think is why that's another reason why they ended up bringing him back into the show so quickly. But I do think he's going to be the next Jedi Mandalorian. Love to see that one poster. I have it in my basement that Grogu wields a yellow lightsaber. I think that'd be pretty badass too. I think if he ignites a yellow lightsaber at some point, that would break the internet. I think people will be really excited for that, just because it's a different color. It was.
But would that not connect him to Rey?
Yellow just means that you're more of a protector. That's what the yellow kyber crystal stands for. And maybe Grogu that's one way to make him the Mandalorian Jedi, is that he's the protector of Mandalore now. So he's wielding a yellow one. Now, granted, he would be wielding probably the dark saber, but again, the dude, he's so small. I mean, Yoda's lightsaber was smaller than a normal lightsaber because they get so heavy. I don't know. It's an interesting. I don't know, or maybe Grogu won't be the ruler of Mandalore, which I still don't have a problem letting Bo-Katan do it.
Bo-Katan can be much of a threat, I don't think, going into season 4.
Do you think I'm gonna kill her off?
No, I just think that she will step down.
I don't know. I don't know if she gives up that easily.
I don't think it'll be that easy, but I do think by
character.
season 4 she's probably going to step down. But I don't know much about her. I know that her Funko Pops are crazy and everybody loves them. So
yeah. I don't know.
We'll see. That's just a prediction for a guy that knows nothing, though.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with her.
I have a question though. We're going on to the 3rd series of this show.
Yeah.
And Grogu is supposedly 50 years old in his years.
Yeah.
Are we always going to see him in this moving mobile carrier thing? Or is he going to walk around like Yoda did with a stick?
Well, remember that.
Because I don't know.
But remember that carrier got destroyed. That carrier.
He's got a new one. We've seen the trailer. He's got a new one. He's floating around in that new cool one, and he sends that guy with the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
He's got a new carrier.
New one. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think they're doing that just because it's easier.
Because it's resellable.
It's easier. I think it's easier to film. I think it's easier to film him floating around than trying to make him walk. Like I know you didn't rewatch Boba Fett, but in episode, I think it's episode 6, when when Mando goes to see Grogu, and Luke's walking around with Grogu. I mean, it's a little choppy, his walking.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you're trying to make a puppet walk,
Yeah,
So,
like all the shots are usually, it's never just a full-on body shot. There's always like
yeah.
the one scene when Luke comes and saves him, he's hiding behind the chair and he peeks out around the side of it.
So I think it's just it's a way for them to just make him move easier. Because I mean,
But do you think they will continue to keep it as a real puppet on set? Do you not think that they'll take it completely CGI?
I don't think you can do it CGI at this point. I mean, look how much weirder Yoda looks in the prequels compared to the originals. I mean, I
prefer the prequels, Yoda.
Oh, you don't like that? You don't like the puppet?
No.
No.
It doesn't make sense to me when I see him in scenes when he's flipping around and jumping off walls and being a badass and being the most powerful Jedi that we're supposedly supposed to know.
Yeah.
And then it's weird. I don't know. I like the puppet for the originality, and the cool lines that it delivers, but not for combat. And I'm concerned that we are going to be stuck with the Baby Yoda mantle forever.
Well, remember though, he's also. I mean, let's see. Okay, the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. I mean, how much time do you think passed? A year?
20? Really?
You think 20 years?
Feels like it.
Dude, come on, it ain't 20 years. Luke came in the end of season 5 or season 2, and he's only a few years older than he was in Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I bet you it's only been maybe a year tops.
I get to comment Grogu will be the first Jedi Mandalorian, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For me to get on board and see him as this almighty figure that is worthy of the first ever Jedi Mandalorian, am I still going to call him Baby Yoda? Is he still a baby? I don't get it.
I don't think anyone's calling. I mean, people call him Baby Yoda just because we called him that for how long.
Yeah, he's Grogu, isn't it? Yeah, Ahsoka gave him his name, Grogu.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bit weird.
It doesn't seem like there's much of a time jump in this. I feel like we're basically just kind of taking off like right where we left off after the Book of Boba Fett. I don't know. I mean, the other thing that too could happen in this episode, in this season, we could get Grogu talking finally. Now the question is, did you want him to talk? And what's he going to sound like? And because Luke does make mention in episode 6 of Boba Fett that he reminds him of his old master that used to talk in riddles. So it's kind of funny that was actually mentioned there too.
So he might be backwards speaking like Yoda.
Who knows? Yaddle wasn't, but yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
I just don't know. I can't. I bring up the question about him being in the carrier all the time because we were just talking about him possibly having a lightsaber. If he's going to have a lightsaber, I need to see him use it, and he isn't going to use it if he's just sat in his carrier.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a lightsaber. If he does, it'll be at the end of the season. That's like I don't think
finish the thing off. It'll just be him with the lightsaber and the
dark
saber.
I think at the end of the season that could be another possibility. That could be a way they end it. Is that he? I don't know. I mean, I think that brings up another question: is Luke going to be in it again? Do we think we're going to see Luke in this, or are they going to kind of save Luke more for Ahsoka at this point?
No, I think we see Luke. I think that they have had 18 months to work on this facial recognition stuff that they got perfect at the end of season 2. Then I believe it was fantastic. I'm still to this day amazed when I watch it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Do you guys think that we're going to see Luke in this season? And what is there, 8 episodes again? Probably. I'm assuming
probably
8 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 7 with the trailer because the first episode will just be the trailer that we've seen.
Yeah.
Goes, if his first word is methinks, then you know who his daddy is.
Yeah. Methinks.
If Grogu goes methinks.
Yeah, so I mean, I have 2 guesses on that. It would either be green because he would just take over Yoda's old lightsaber, or I would love to see yellow because it was teased in an official Disney poster. I mean, gosh, that was 18 months ago, probably at least a year and a half it's been. So, yes, and Umpty did say he wants a tie-dye lightsaber.
Knowing Disney, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it rainbow colored.
Rainbow, whatever fireworks go above the castle at night, they'll take those colors and make it Grogu's lightsaber.
Yeah, they'll take away the gender from Grogu. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, instead of a lightsaber, it will actually be called a lifesaver, just like we used to call it when we were kids.
Lifesaver, yeah.
And don't lie that you didn't, because we all wanted lifesavers. We did not realize it was a saber. It took me a while to actually get into that. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever had a lightsaber in my entire life.
a
Not
candy,
even
like
toy ones.
lightsaber
Not even
candies?
toy ones.
Oh, lightsaber. Oh, now we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never had a lightsaber at all, huh?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to treat myself to one though, a real good, proper, cool custom one. I think.
They I know at GalaxyCon in Richmond. I know if I was going, I would take some. I would let you see what they have, but I'm not going to GalaxyCon this year. But they do it. The Ultra Sables will be there. That's where I got 3 of mine. And
I have crazy ideas in my head, so yeah, I want a custom one designed. I want to have some sort of hilt that has a chamber with glow in the dark liquid that looks like milk, and then it'll move, and the liquid will move within my hilt, and you'll be able to see it, and it'll be really cool.
So you gotta tell us what the liquid is then, in Star Wars terms. You can't just have liquid flowing around if you don't know what it is.
It's the milk that Luke was sucking out of the teats of that thing.
Yes, it's the blue milk.
It's the blue milk. Yeah,
it's the blue milk from the teat of the.
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. If that's if that's the canon that you want to put in your head for the milk inside my saber, then
oh my god! There's so many ways we can go with that.
I know. Yeah, if you like euphemisms, take them and run.
Oh my gosh!
But no, I do really want a saber, and I do really want that idea with the glow in the dark liquid, because it'll be really cool in the hilt.
Yeah, I mean, unless I really, really want one that's really cool looking, I don't know if I need any more lightsabers at this point. I mean, I have 6, I have 8 total. I feel like unless it's a really, really cool lightsaber that comes out in the future that's like just totally unique, like Kylo Ren's, his is okay. I just never had any desire to buy it because it's so big and you have to put the extra sides in and stuff. I find that kind of annoying actually, because it's just 2 different blades you got to worry about. It's annoying enough to put one blade in these things.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to save my money and just wait until the advanced technology where it's an actual lightsaber. Like,
that's a dream.
That would be cool. I don't know if they'll ever be able to do it. Of course, I think it's too far fetched of technology, and probably a deadly weapon that would be needed more of a licensing than firearms. So
yeah, right. Yeah,
because imagine how all the calls to A&E, people's arms have been dismembered and sliced off. It'd be like the Wampa call. You'd be like 999 Wampa.
That's right. I mean, all the ones that people are trying to create, it's just like a giant blowtorch is basically what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They're trying to just make it longer. I mean, to be able to slice through something that easily, that's the problem. Like, I don't know how you could ever. Yeah.
Well, there's lasers. We have laser technology in this world.
Yeah, but like
there's possibility, so they've just got to learn how to harness that within a confined area.
But like you said, like laser almost go on forever. I mean, it's just I think of the old James Bond movies, like the laser just got cut through stuff, but the laser just continues.
You're a giveaway, did I? Said Anthony Blaze. And Anthony, your caps isn't on, my friend.
What did you say? Your what?
I caught him out. He's usually typing in capital letters.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that word is there. He's saying.
Anthony
says my favorite lightsaber, or the only one I would want would be Darth Maul's. Yeah,
Darth Maul's is badass, but that's because we're all greedy and we want to.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, the one from Disneyland Disneyland or Disney World, it is pretty cool. But the thing that sucks about it, dude, is that you have to buy 2 hilts to hook them together, and then you gotta buy 2 blades. So you have a double-sided lightsaber, but you're also spending $700 on it or $600 or whatever I think they charge. I want to say the hilt is like $230, and then the blades are $50. So whatever, do the math.
I
guess it's a little less than $600. Well, with tax, it's over $600. But
I like the design of those black rings. And I think it was the sisters. The Inquisitor has them, and I like that it can move. Like the blade can move over there. That's cool.
During Star Wars Celebration, when I went back in May, Hasbro had a that was one of their what do they call it? Their HasLabs, and they didn't pass because they wanted $1,000.
Wow.
$1,000 they wanted for those to go in the construction or whatever they call it.
Into production, yeah.
Into production, right? Yeah, $1,000. And the issue is that it didn't spin, and people are like, I'm paying $1,000 for it, and you can't even make this thing spin.
Yeah, you can't put it on a ball bearing.
Yeah, you held it, but it didn't spin, and that's what people wanted. So, yeah, I mean, it was cool looking. It was huge though. It was so big. I mean, it was like 7 feet. If I put it next to me, it's taller than me.
That'd be bigger than me. Yeah. I'm willow-sized.
I'm willow-sized. What's up, PDS?
There you go. So did you think that we'll get a cameo like that? There you go. I'm going to call a cameo for Willow in Mandalorian. Oh, Warwick Davis.
Warwick is going to Star Wars Celebration in London. They announced him a few days ago.
I'm gonna call out my prediction that Warwick Davis will be a character in this series before it's out.
There's a good chance of that.
Yeah, and I'm watching my episodes today that I watched. I couldn't help but when he's talking to Grogu, think that he's talking to Ellie. Yeah. There's so many connected lines. I don't know if you caught on any of them, but it is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am loving how they connect.
So, I remember somebody on Instagram posted that picture of Ellie and Joel in the car, and then Grogu's on the window. Like, you're in my seat. I can't remember who posted that. That was funny though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's what she said. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. It's unfortunate that we're only getting a 35-minute episode. But I think
which really is really annoying because 35-minute episode is going to be. I'm predicting 10 minutes of previously on. We're going to get about 5 to 10 minutes of that, and then whatever we've seen in the trailer for the last couple of weeks, leading from Super Bowl forward. Yeah, we're going to get 15 minutes of new footage.
I just we have eight episodes. I hope we don't get any of those filler episodes. I don't.
We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them.
There's so much they can do. Like, they have to go to Mandalore. Like, I hope we don't spend like 3 episodes there, and like one of the episodes is him trying to help somebody else. Like, that's the kind of stuff we don't need to see. Like, we've seen those episodes before. Like, let's get down. Let's get to it. Let's get some shock value. Which and I do believe that we will. I think it's gonna be good. I really do.
Where was Cad Bane? Where was Cad Bane? Was that Boba or Mandalorian?
So Cad Bane was in Boba.
Okay.
Totally wasted. So hopefully he's not really dead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is he dead? Is he going to come back? Do you think he could come to this series?
I mean, did he really meet Mando at all? I'm trying to think if he met him in the last season. I mean, I guess he probably saw him, but I mean, he would be more searching for Boba Fett. But again, if we have Boba Fett in this, which I think we'll get Boba Fett. I think
we will. I think they're just sharing their series. I think he'll be a couple of episodes in this show, and then Mando will go over to his.
Yeah, he'll probably be in there. I would have to guess like probably 2 episodes. And they got to do something to replace Cara Dune too, because she's not going to be in it anymore.
I was watching that today, and I loved her performance. Absolutely loved her. Like that one time when they're doing the run on that massive truck. Yeah, and she jumps down in and she beats the 2 guards up. And I was like, she is a badass, Great actress. But yeah, # bring back for sure.
Carano. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate with all that, but
hey, what are you gonna do? Cancel culture is a stupid thing, and that's what it did. But hey, she should swap places with. Is it Kathleen Kennedy?
We're not. We're just doing. We're doing like our own personal like predictions, what we like to see happen, that kind of stuff, Robbie. So yeah, there's no.
Yeah, you're cool. We're not showing anything on screen. You're not going to see anything. We don't know anything.
Yeah. We were asking the chat earlier, like, what do you want to see? What do you think would break the internet? Those kind of questions. So one thing that I think we all agree on is that it would be amazing to see like Mace Windu show up, or at least see a purple lightsaber, and then you kind of fade to black there, and that'd be a really good teaser for season 4. Yeah,
That would be really, really crazy, and that would send Mandalorian to the stratosphere.
yeah,
in the Star Wars realm, because everybody would be then checking it out. All the Star Wars fans that have been lapsed for years and have not come onto any of these shows. As soon as they hear purple lightsaber, they're going to be like, "Oh, what?" Because I don't think Disney is stupid enough to show us a purple lightsaber and then not deliver Samuel Jackson.
oh, you have to. You would have to. And like you said, like even though it's not filmed, you don't want to wait too long. He's not getting younger, so.
Yeah, but they've got facial recognition stuff, so are they even going to use him? It'll probably just use an old version. Robbie says yes, and I do hope to see Mandalore.
Oh, I think we'll definitely see Mandalore. I mean, I think that's the whole premise of this series, of season 3. I mean, maybe not the whole season, but I bet you the first half. Him trying to get back with the Mandalore. What I'm curious is to see I feel like what we're going to see is maybe him. What is it, the lakes or something? The Lakes of Mandalore they told him to go do or something. So he's going to go there. He's going to have the choice. And I still think they're going to make the Armorers group. I think they're going to make them the bad guys, and I think he's going to join Bo-Katan. I don't know. I mean, wow. I know she wants that darksaber from him, and
she has to beat him
in
a fight. It has to be an actual fight. She has to beat him in it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean,
they're trying to cancel Tropic Thunder, says Anthony Blues, and he's shouting at us in the chat now.
Yes, he's yelling at us now.
Caverns, I think.
Yeah, there we go. The Caverns. Yeah, the Caverns of Mandalore. Yeah, but I think something's going to happen where he's going to have the choice, and I think he's going to decide against it, because I know that he doesn't want to wear the helmet all the time, and I feel like him going there and then, becoming honored again, or whatever the term was that the armorer used. I just feel like it kind of goes against everything that we've heard that Pedro wants in the show. So
I genuinely don't think we'll see his face this season.
I don't know.
But who am I to know? I don't know nothing.
You've seen it every season so far, at least once.
Yeah, but that was before he was on other shows that were massive on other networks. I really don't think we'll see his face this season. I think it's contracted that he's at least until The Last of Us first season is finished.
Okay.
Which we have a couple of weeks crossover, so we might get it near the end of it. But
yeah,
I do not think we will see his face at all while The Last of Us is on air, because it will confuse people.
Okay. Maybe we should do prediction videos. We put them up.
It's tomorrow. A good short to do for Raven reviews. Do you think we'll see Din Djarin's face before The Last of Us finale? Yes or no? Comment down below.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Something. But...
Hell yeah. And guys, let us know in the chat if you'd be interested in seeing this kind of stuff, because I'm more than interested in jumping into these more interactive posts with you guys, especially around the Star Wars stuff, because I am still a sponge and I want to learn so much more about it, and in my own time I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch the Clone Wars. I just don't know if I can do every single episode. I think I need to figure out the canon storyline arcs.
I think once Last of Us is done, I'll compile that list, and I'll probably make a video of it too. Again, I'm kind of waiting for that video though before Ahsoka. Like once we get, I'm kind of waiting for a Star Wars Celebration, to be honest, because I think they're going to announce when Ahsoka's coming out. Because Rosario did say the fall, but I mean that could still mean end of November. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, the fall technically is December still. So I kind of want to wait, because I feel like I would it would make more sense to drop a video like that maybe like 2 months before Ahsoka comes out than dropping it now and then waiting 7 months, But I definitely would do want to make a video on the best episodes of Rebels and or not. I don't want to say the best episodes, but the most important episodes leading up to Ahsoka, and in both.
I think we'll get Ahsoka like early on in the year. Like I was reading the article thing for this GalaxyCon in the UK, and they were talking about how we will have, they mention Ahsoka in the storyline of things that are going to have happened. So I do. I think before we even get this new movie that they're talking about, we will have seen this Ahsoka stuff. We'd have seen all that stuff going on.
Oh, I think so too.
But yeah, I think we'll definitely get it before the year's out. Like we could even get it before the summer's out. Yeah. I know they've said fall, but we'll see. I tried to watch all of the CW shows so many times. Yeah.
Oh, they're terrible, dude.
I watched The Flash, Arrow. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, those are CW.
Those. Okay, yeah, I watched The Flash, I watched The Arrow, I watched...
like all the way through to the end?
Yeah, I watched Arrow every single episode. Every single episode. I loved Arrow. Stephen Amell is one of my favourite actors. Flash, I love Grant Gustin. He is my Flash. I don't like Ezra Miller. They should have gone with the TV CW Flash in the movies, in my opinion. And the Legends of Tomorrow was pretty fun as well. Legends of Tomorrow was pretty fun.
I think the only CW show I watched all the way through was Vampire Diaries.
Wow, I've never seen an episode.
Yeah, it's the only one I watched all the way through. I tried Arrow. It was okay.
Not the CW, he means Clone Wars.
We're talking about Vampire Diaries and Arrow.
I was wondering how we got onto Flash and DC.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Clone
Wars.
Yeah,
Robbie. Clone Wars. I mean, they usually have 2 to 4 episode arcs for each of the series. It's just there's some of it like season 1. There's not a whole lot there that you really need to worry about. There's maybe I think 2 episodes. There's definitely a way to watch it where you get all the most important stuff. And again, you kind of gear it toward Ahsoka because that's what matters the most going into Rebels. Then, it's still cool to see like some of the interactions between Obi-Wan and Anakin, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I struggle with the animation. It's the biggest thing for me. It's very kid-like.
I think the animation in Clone Wars is more kid-like than Rebels. Rebels, yeah, I like the animation.
But I have heard that Clone Wars gets more adult in the later seasons for the animation style. It's not the animation does have a clear change.
It does, and I think in the later seasons it does, especially season 7. Season 7 is pretty nice looking. The early seasons are a little, here and there, but.
And I also noticed that like I watched somebody doing an arc, and what made me freak out was they were watching season 7 episode 6, and then they jumped back to season 1, watched episode 7, and then jumped back to season 7 to watch something else, and then that was their arc. And I was like, that's crazy. And the storyline that it connected, and it made no sense to me how they went back and watched one from season 1 that connected to season 7, which is obviously foreshadowing, but it was weird.
Yeah, I would have to go ahead and actually look at it and see.
Mm-hmm.
But
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's we've been on for what, an hour and 4. We have another live in 10 minutes.
Oh geez, so we do.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
we're gonna jump back over to my channel and we're gonna talk The Last of Us episode 7. So if you guys watched it, go get a drink and meet us back there in about 10 minutes because that's what we're talking about next. So, but Mando season 3 episode 1 we'll be talking about on Thursday night over on my channel and 8 p.m. So I think it's gonna be a good one. So. It gives you a couple days to kind of watch it and come join the conversation. So,
yep, definitely. Well, guys, my name's been Ryan Milkey. We've been talking about the Mandalorian with Headless Ned Stark today. I've got a fancy new outro that I want to play for you guys, so you can check this out. This was all courtesy of my amazing co-host. He reached out to me. He says, "Yo, Milky, check this out," and also stay tuned for the end because there's a promo for where Headless is going to be this week that I want you all to see. But please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button on the channel. We are going over to Headless Ned Stark's channel in like 7 minutes. The Scottish Terrace, as Papa Missouri. Just wait till tomorrow. Just you wait. Guys, I love you all. Thank you very much. Don't forget to comment down below, like the stream, and subscribe if you haven't already. My name's been Ryan Milkey, and this has been the Mandalorian discussion. This is the way. We'll see you soon. Bye.